A credit to Morehead State. I think Coach Bradlin's done a terrific job. They've built their program this season on being really physical, disciplined, and tough at the defensive end of the floor. I thought they won every toughness stat in the game tonight. Points in the paint, layups, finishing plays, obviously rebounding, getting to the free throw line. I thought they were just really in tune defensively, made it very difficult on us to score. And, we really struggled to finish plays around the basket, so we just had to try and bomb away from three to try to give ourselves a chance.
There was that stretch in the middle of the first half where you guys were able to kind of get into a flow offensively. I mean, granted, that was you hitting the three-pointer, but why wasn't anything else working for you guys offensively tonight, no matter what you guys tried against Morehead?
Well, I think every time we got the ball in the paint, Janiah Broome really affected every shot, either blocked it or made us change it. We just struggled to finish plays in there. And I want to give them a lot of credit. They are tremendous defensively. The number one ranked defense in our league, have really been outstanding at that end of the floor. I thought we were able to get some stops there in the first half that enabled us to get out in transition and get some higher quality shots than we were getting against their set half-court defense. And that's how we were able to get that lead up to 7. But we sat on 33, 35 points for a long time, and that's when they took the lead. In the second half, we really were struggling to finish plays at the basket, and I thought their defense had a lot to do with it. So we went to 4 guards to try and space the floor out and just fire away from behind the arc. We got the lead down to 3. I believe it was 3, maybe 52-49. Had some chances, but then we missed a layup. They hit a big 3 in the corner, got another stop, and pushed the lead right back up to 10, and we could never get any closer.
You talked about the toughness stat that Morehead was winning in this game, and I know you said the previous game against them, it was the same way, that they were just tougher than you guys were. Knowing that that was an emphasis for you in this game, how frustrating is that for you, Coach, that your team didn't win some of those stats?
It's frustrating just from a standpoint is that's what we've built our program on, is being the toughest, hardest playing team on the floor, and we've been very inconsistent in that area. But they didn't have Broome the first game. So we knew it would be challenging with him in there, scoring it, but also protecting the rim. I thought our guys had a good week of practice, obviously a quick turnaround. But again, I don't want to take anything away from Morehead State. That's 10 in a row they've won. I just think they're disciplined at the defensive end of the floor. They switch some different screens that give you problems. When you do beat them off the dribble, they fly around and come over and contest every finish at the basket. I thought the layups they shot tonight were a lot easier than the layups we got. And I think their defense had a lot to do with that.
We've seen Tevin do a lot of good things this year. Scoring, I know we've kind of harped on it, that he just hasn't been where he's been in the past. Tonight, he led you in scoring with 13, but 4 of 17 from the floor, 3 of 12. I think this game puts him right around 30, if not below 30% shooting for the season. Is this just who Tevin is this year?
No, I don't think so. I'm disappointed for him. He's such a great player. I mean, 9 rebounds tonight. He does so many things well. We want him, and we thought, got some high quality shots for him, shots that he normally makes. He's human like all of us. I'm sure it's into his head now. A guy who's been a career 40% guy from behind the arc, one of the top 5 shooters in program history from 3, and it's just not shot at the same efficient level. But I'm going to continue to give him confidence and believe in him. I still think he's going to make a lot of shots for us in the next month as we go down the home stretch of the season. And, my belief in him is every bit as high today as it was the past 2 years.
The last time you all played Morehead, KJ also was held to single digits. What are they doing differently that other teams aren't that's making it hard for KJ?
Well, I think, the first game at home is hard to really judge because we didn't play the way we're supposed to play the game. And they just bullied us and came on our home court and took the win. But tonight, I just really think, we got the ball in there in the post, and, Broome made it really difficult on them to score. Single coverage, they doubled on them once or twice. But, He's been shooting the ball so well from three. He got one of those in the first half. We were trying to slip some of their ball screens. But no, I would just, I'd give credit to their defense, not just Broom. I think, when you look at their team and the reason their success, you look at like Baker's production this year versus recent years. He's playing like a senior. And, you see the confidence and the belief that they're playing with now as they've gone on this winning streak. Their defensive numbers are off the charts. I think their defensive efficiency, they're allowing around in league play around 0.8 points per possession, which the average in our league's around 1.05. So they're far and away the best defensive team in our league, and they make it difficult on you to score if you don't finish plays with toughness inside and can't knock down threes from the perimeter.
In talking how they're a different team from years past, what offensively sets them apart from teams past that the Spradlins had?
Well, if you go through their offensive numbers, it's not the top of the league, but I think they appear to me anyway from the outside looking in that there's great belief and confidence within the team that they enjoy playing together. They have the roles are well defined and each player's bought into that role. And so you see like Devon Cooper's taken a huge jump this year. He's a much better player this year than he was. Baker's taken a huge jump. You add the transfer in Potter from Wright State, who did a lot of winning while he was there, was around a winning culture. And then you add a talented big like Broom. I'll give all the credit to Coach Spradlin for staying the course and building his program. They got a contender this year, that's for sure.
We've seen a lot of inconsistency at times from this offense. We've had guys that have played really well. KJ's been playing great over the last, couple of weeks. What is it going to take at this point in the season to get this offense to start clicking to where you're getting guys contributing on a consistent basis instead of one night here and another night there?
Overall, Adam, we took some steps backwards tonight from an efficiency standpoint. But when I look at, and not to bore you, but when we made some changes coming out of that 9-day window where we had some cancellations, over that 6 games, all of our offensive numbers have gone up. We got to a point where we're 20 assists, 10.5 turnovers. So I think when you're doing that, you get higher quality shots. You got to step up and knock them down. You got to finish plays. But, it's right now for us, you can't think too much big picture as we go through this month. We got to now turn our attention to finding a way to prepare for 40 minutes of 94-foot pressure on Saturday against Eastern Kentucky. We'll have to do a really good job attacking their press. It's relentless. They're going to stay with it the entire game and find a way to win on Saturday. And that's where our focus has to lie.
With all the kind of momentum and kind of good vibes that you have built up over the last couple of weeks with this team, how do you prevent these guys from focusing too much on tonight's performance and, like you said, moving towards EKU, which is going to be another extremely tough opponent?
Yeah, I think the mental toughness of it is important. It's an area we're still not where we need to be, but I do think there's been growth in our team in the toughness department from a mindset standpoint. I think it would have to be similar to the quick turnaround we had Saturday to Monday this week. There's some corrections certainly we need to make in our meetings and walk through tomorrow. But I think it's up to the coaching staff to set that tempo to the practice that we're moving forward, and we're going to get ready to put our best foot forward on Saturday against Eastern Kentucky.